Hi, girlies. Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Elina here.
Hey, guys, it's Amanda.
I'm going to be doing a little manifesting this show. Before I say anything, I just want to tell you I love you. You're beautiful. You're a queen.
I thought we were going to talk
Don't
about Taylor
get mad
Swift.
at me. I am.
Oh. I thought you were going to. I was like, oh, no, is it about me?
No, I needed to be nice so that we could take a moment.
Listen, your birthday's coming up. This is okay.
Oh my gosh, thank you. This weekend she comes to Miami. I'm going to take very little time to say that in the next hour they're announcing this winner of this contest. And there's not that many entrants. And I entered. You know, it's so embarrassing when you enter a contest on social media and you tag everybody and you're pleading for your life. And I'm literally tagging people who are like not even going to the concert, like I haven't spoken to in months, and I'm like tagging them. I'm like manifesting I win these tickets for my birthday, like, and I'm tagging quite literally everybody.
If it makes you feel better, I followed all those people and tagged people just for you. So if like I win, I would just give them to you.
I'm eternally grateful.
Yes.
Never forget the time where you said that you would maybe come because I'm holding.
No. You must have a friend that will go.
Stop panicking.
Your man will go.
Stop panicking. You know what I asked him? I was like, if I get like, tickets, like, will you just come? So like, because I'm also afraid of concerts now. Like, I feel like there's going to be a shooting. There's going to be something. Like, It's so sad how we're in this world now where like we can't do anything that's like in a group.
It's sad.
Like any big mass gatherings, I'm like petrified. And he's like, no, you can go yourself.
No, I need you to come because if
I'm
I
like,
go,
baby,
you go.
Hello.
Yes.
But I'll at least like tailgate with people I know. And if I like sit in a different section, that's fine. But like, hopefully that's not the case. I just want to win these fucking tickets.
You're going to win them. You're going to go. You're going to see her. And then we can stop talking about it. I'm going to be so
and
happy
then
for
I'll
you.
literally never talk. I promise, like, until something major happens, like Travis' proposal, like we can take a major break. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, it's because it's such an iconic concert. Like her Eras tour is not an album tour. It is like all of her. She's like, it's a nod to all of her music through the years. So like, this is a historic concert. It's like you can skip an album tour, but like this might be a once in a lifetime tour. So I mean,
yeah, it's hard to get tickets.
Why?
I'm like, what?
You know how like on the Breakfast Club and other shows, they do like Donkey of the Day.
Yes.
If I had one, I would give it to, like, if we did one on this show, it would go to Ticketmaster because this is ridiculous. Tickets are thousands and thousands of dollars. They did a lottery where like if you get a code, you get to enter the line for Ticketmaster to buy tickets. I entered for multiple cities. I entered with multiple like emails, like everything. I could not get in. I feel like there's people who've been to like 8 of her shows. Like, give everybody a damn chance. Like, rotate, do something, figure something out. Like, or they need to like cap ticket prices because now it's like thousands of dollars.
Should be affordable.
I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one of those people that's like conspiracist who's like following all the clues. Like, you know how there's those people who are like, oh my God, she wore red. That means that this is happening. You know what I mean?
I love those people. I live for it. I'm
funny.
like,
and I sometimes
I'm like,
I buy
Kanye's
into it. Sometimes I know. Sometimes I buy into it, but there's a whole culture around like her specifically and like Easter eggs. Like if she steps like with an extra like step to the right, it means something's happening.
Yeah, that's a little
so
much.
I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not there, but I will spend hundreds on tickets.
And
I'm
you're
not
wearing
spending
her
thousands.
shirt.
I
Show
wear her
everyone. You
shirt.
deserve it.
I wear her fucking shirt. Like I'm manifest because in an hour, within the hour, they're announcing the winner of that contest that I entered. I think I put the most entries in the comment section.
We're gonna go fight whoever wins if it's not you. How about that?
What if we harass them in the DMs?
Yes.
Like, listen, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
I'll fucking pay you. Like,
And
and,
you don't
and they're
wanna
giving
go.
away
Yeah.
like a hotel giveaway. Take the hotel. Just give me the tickets. Like,
Yes.
and I honestly think that if you have been to multiple shows, you shouldn't be allowed to enter.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Unless you're like one of my friends who's also like trying to, help me go, then you can.
I think
then
about
you
this
can
too,
do
like
that.
parents that buy for like their kids that are so young that won't even remember. It's like, no, they have the rest of their
That's
lives to go again.
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, let me go. Like I'm closer to death. Hello.
Well,
And
I
I'll
hope you
appreciate
win.
it more. Thank you so much for giving me the floor. I actually wanted to give you a major shout out too because on the week that I was like deathly ill and we had to cancel our episode is the week that I moved into my new place. You were MVP of the move.
It's like I didn't do much, but if you
say
so.
You did. I didn't even see you. Like so it was moving day and like my boyfriend was at the loading dock with like his big beefy friends like ready to lift all the furniture. And I'm like in the leasing office getting the keys. Like she's telling me where my mailbox is and like all this stuff. And like you're here and I don't know where you are. And you had been there for like, I feel like an hour or two. You went straight to the loading. You were like sergeant, like at the loading dock.
Like,
and I'm like, I'm literally, my best friend is here. She hasn't seen my new place. I know she's here, but she's like doing like the loading dock shit.
Not
like
girl, I was watching the elevator. That's it.
And you're like, and you were like, and then the couch delivery came and you were the person.
I was hostage. They're like, you're not going anywhere until someone comes back with our dolly. I'm like, okay.
It was so funny. And you were like, okay, this, and you signed for me. Like, it
no,
was.
No, girl, they had me on a phone call. They were like, is this Elina? I'm like, yes.
See, I didn't even know any of this shit. And then I was like, I don't even know. Because it was a brand new building. I'm like, I don't even know how to get to you. I don't know where the loading dock is. I don't know where the elevator is.
I learned your building like this. I know where everything is.
Before I did. Yep. You're like, this hall, that hall. But for a hot minute, I was lost. You were lost too in the beginning.
Oh, it looks like a freaking hotel.
Yeah, you don't know how to get to, like, I didn't know. I don't even know if, like, when you walked in the first time to my apartment, if I was there. Like, I don't know.
I don't think you
were. I was in the building for like we were both there in different corners.
No, you weren't because you went to get the guy that was hanging the TVs.
We were in different areas of Narnia and like it was just like passing ships and we never saw each other.
It worked.
And my boyfriend always says this that like the friends who help you move, those are the real friends.
Yeah, because when I need a move, I need you to help me.
Yeah, I got you, bitch. Like. That shit is not easy.
It's not. Honestly, like I think going forward, I would just hire movers. Like I'm always like, oh, it's not that much. I can do it. Never again.
This time taught me that for sure. And the other thing is like my old place technically is still like my lease is still going until the end of October. So like it's like a storage unit right now. I'm like trying to sell shit. Like it looks crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just hire someone and be like, just dump everything.
Yeah.
Like
I don't blame you.
It's the biggest headache.
Listen, you little garbage guy. You could be like, listen.
Yes. Hello.
Pay you more to get rid of everything.
Yes. That guy was a hustler. He went door knocking and he's like, oh, you know, I'll take out your trash for you because we have to walk it to the dumpster. He charges everybody $10 a month and he just walks everything. I'm like, that's genius.
I love that. I would pay for that.
I did.
Yeah. I would.
The little luxuries that I have in my new building are so embarrassing to me that it makes me so excited. Like I now have a trash chute. Like, the luxury. I finally have a dishwasher. Don't ever make that mistake if you move to Florida. A lot of units don't come with them. I didn't know that. I thought it was standard. They're like, brand new stainless steel appliances. I'm like, perfect. Did I check to see, is there a dishwasher? No, I thought that was normal. I thought it was normal. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
We're not bougie, by the way.
No, in
New York, I had a dishwasher too.
Yeah, no. Like you could be in a box in a rat fested apartment in New York City and you have a dishwasher.
Yes.
And also, why don't they have like lights in the ceiling in a lot of places in Florida?
See, my first time moving was apartment complex too, so that's all I had was washer and like I can't go back from that.
Yeah. And I was shocked. And I have a water filter in my fridge now. So I'm like looking up all these cute tumblers.
I don't think I ever changed my filter, to be honest. The whole
really? We have to. We get these emails that say like every 6 months or something that we have to make sure we put in a request to change our.
Oh, see, that's nice. I was just like, I don't see any lights going off yet, so it must still be good.
Yeah. Well, no, the light will go off. You're safe. I've drank the water, so we're still alive.
Still kicking.
Yes. But thank you so much for your help. I love my new place. I feel like a renewed like energy being in there, and it's like brought me to life. And like I even love doing all my chores. I have washer, dryer, and unit. I'm loving doing my. I don't know what the water bill is gonna be like between the dishwasher running all the time and the fucking.
It won't be bad. I remember thinking that it wasn't that bad. I was surprised.
Yeah, and now I have a big tub. I'm gonna read in there, and just soak in bubbles.
Tubs are everything.
Oh my god, honey. But yes.
I'm one of those where I like drink in the shower. I have a little thing for my
Jessica
wine.
Biel.
Yeah. Oh, no,
she
weird.
eats like
she's
a sandwich in the shower.
How dare you compare me to her? I mean, I may bring a whole bottle
You're
into
just trying to sip some wine. That's crazy work.
Get a little turns.
That's crazy work. You know, there's people who pee in the shower. I'm sorry.
Okay,
and they think,
where is this conversation going?
I'm serious. People do it, and they think everybody. You do?
I do.
Oh,
because I don't see the point of wasting toilet paper if I'm going to shower anyways and I have to go.
You're one of them. Okay.
Moving on.
Let's talk about something that's actually really ratchet. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not. Okay.
Like, that could be so many things.
To issue a correction. Well, not really a correction, but I really need to like explain myself, because now that I've done research, I am no longer team Tyler and Ashley from Love is Blind. I can't believe I fell for the tomfoolery. I can't believe I fell for the bullshit. I was like, oh my God, Tyler and Ashley, I'm obsessed with them. I love how they pray together. I love how they support. It's like, it looked like this one of a kind. I was like, they were going to be a Lauren and Cameron. That's how they looked. Didn't you feel like they were one of my number one? It was either.
Listen, after Steven and
Stefan and Alara?
Sabrina? No. What?
Oh, Steven and Sabrina.
No, you're talking about Love is Blind, right?
I am.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait.
But I didn't know where you were going with this.
So, like, I had so like high hopes. And ever since, like, that, the reunion, and they ended up not, I have no hope in anyone. Now I feel like anyone can fool me.
Love is Blind UK.
Yes. So now I'm like, I trust nothing.
Yeah, because they seem
Tyler
so
doesn't surprise me.
I know. And it's so freaking sad. And I know it's only a short time, so we don't really know these people. But last week I was like, you know what? We don't know. We're listening to internet rumors, and I just want to say, fuck that shit. Yeah. Because now that they've released more episodes and more stuff has come out online, this man has... This is the part that's crazy about it. He's sitting here being like, what are we going to name our kids? How many kids do we want? This, that. The amount of opportunities. And it's like, you would think if you had children, you would at least, and you were trying to hide it, you would at least avoid the subject of children. Like, why are you talking about, oh, if we have a boy first, oh, a girl, oh, I want this many, oh, I want to name them this. Why are you having these crazy conversations knowing you have 3 fucking kids?
And think about when they grow up and they go back and see that. I'd be like, my dad was not shit.
And the crazier part is like where they've cut us off on the show. And I don't know if it's gone, you know, if what is revealed by the end of the finale. But right now I think it stops at like episode 9 or 8 or something like that. Like they're going to dump another set of episodes this week. But he basically says like he's a sperm donor, completely uninvolved, but knows the woman, like knows the couple, helped them be able to have kids, but they're like, it's completely as if they're not his kids. Like he just essentially provided them sperm.
Which people do, yeah.
Yeah. And so she is sitting here. First of all, she's like, you've had every opportunity to tell me, like, this is wild, but also like, you know, how are you, like, let me see, where's the paperwork showing you're uninvolved, showing your agreement, showing, you know, this, that, the other. And he's like, I will get you everything you need. But it's online. Everyone is like, no. This is his family. He has pictures with them. And it's not 1 kid, it's 3.
Yeah.
How did you think you were even going to get away with it?
And honestly, like, before we found out everything, like, I would understand that, like, you wanted to help a family, you gave them, like, right. As a woman, I'd be like, that's so admirable.
That
like,
was
I would like that.
The truth.
The truth. It's different.
That's different. And she even said, like, in that moment, it's like, she's kind of hearing him out because, like, that's the scenario. But she's like, I just would have wanted to know this information before I said yes. Like, don't you think that there were so many opportunities that you could have been like, hey, by the way, this is what, you know, I've done for somebody in the past. If you're upfront, even if you're upfront that you have 3 kids, okay, fine. You were upfront about it. She knew it. She still said yes. Y'all are good. How did you expect this to play out? How did you, if you really feel this way? And he's sitting there like looking devastated. He has his hood up. He's like crying. Like he looks like he was crying. And I'm like, oh, really? Did this actually, let's play along and pretend that this actually makes you devastated. Nothing in your head was like, oh, let her know up front. Like it's not weird. Like people have children at your age. Like, okay.
I blame the show because it's like, how don't you fully vet someone? Like, you can check if someone has a family.
Yes.
You do these like, I don't understand how. And then if he doesn't bring it up, as like, maybe they like the drama. I don't know. But I'd be like, listen, you're not being fully honest with her.
Casting is so fucking messy on Love is Blind. And it's like, you're bringing these people real trauma. Like, I know you love it for your show, but like, come on. Like, it's a little bit crazy.
And the whole family thing too. Like, I think about the kids. Like, it's so fucked up.
It's so sick. Like, they're going to watch this.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
They better pay for their therapy.
And then there's like that other guy that's with Monica. And he is like sexting some chick. And I'm like, screw you. And it's just like a whole thing. Like all the couple, like at first it was like, oh my gosh, there's so many couples that like are so deeply in love. And with Monica, what is his name? I don't know what his name is. I know you're talking about, but he's the biracial guy that thought he was Italian.
He was always very sexual, I feel like, in their conversations.
He was, and she would say stuff like, you keep poking me and this and that, or you definitely like butt stuff, or like she would always like allude to some like that he had like some kind of fetish or something like that. Okay, his name is Steven. Okay.
Another Steven.
Fucking Stevens and Steffens and all those losers. And like the other thing that was so weird was like he had been saying to her like in the pods, like, I'm the type that's gonna like, I want to buy you flowers and this and that. And then she's like, when we were in the pods, like you said you would do these things, like I would love for you to buy me flowers. And it's like for him to be like, okay, noted. Like just be like, okay, cool. How much does it fucking cost you? You don't even have to go to the supermarket. You can buy them for under $20. Buy $15 bouquet. Yeah. She didn't say anything crazy like white roses or something that you could buy literally for $15. Yeah. And he just kept fighting it. He was like, I know, but like it's like so many expenses, and now that we're coming together and we're getting married, and he just kept fighting. Just buy her the fucking flowers and shut up. Like he went through all this trouble. And then he took her to like a class to make like these pressed flower things. He's like, oh, like this, I'm going to do this. Like she never asked for this. Just buy her the fucking flowers. Like guys will do the most and not just like do the easy thing.
And it's the simplest thing. For. Yeah.
I'm like, sir.
Like, I don't know about other women, but I'm so easy. I'm so like simple. I don't need the stars and the moon. Like I'm just like literally you could just hold my hand.
Just like, a little effort, cute little sweet things to show me that you care. Yeah. Like the gestures and like the checking in and the like whatever. Those things are the most attractive thing. Like I had said this before. I think one time it was pouring rain. And I was coming home and my boyfriend's inside and he says, text me when you're close, when you're pulling into the parking lot. And this is before in my old place where it's like a far walk outside, mostly outside in the drenching rain. And I was like, okay, I'm pulling in now. He comes outside, goes to his car, and it's like monsooning, and has no umbrella, nothing, but his umbrella is in his trunk. He knows I don't have one. My ass is so unorganized. Like I definitely didn't bring an umbrella with me. I didn't think. I ran out of the house. He goes like to his car in the monsoon to get his umbrella to bring it to me to walk me to the door.
Even though he got soaked
and
from not having
got soaked to go get it. And like it's not like he brought it from the apartment. And I didn't ask or say anything. That is the sexiest thing that a man can do.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's like thoughtful. It's simple.
Yeah. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's those things, even not getting drenched. Like you can just sit with me and be like, how are you doing? What do you need? Like those things are the hottest.
I have my period. I have cramps. Yes. Get me some Advil.
Yeah. Like tell me to sit down. Don't cook. Like, yes. And that's what I love the most in my relationship. Those are the things I swear those are the things that you tell people and that you remember and that make you feel
But I also feel
loved.
like these are things like that should be obvious. Like if you like
bare
I think
minimum.
About bare minimum, like I get everyone's not raised the same, but like, you have like a mother, sisters, like these are things that I feel like should come natural.
Yeah. But, for sure.
All right, men, take notes.
Yes. Let's talk about also we said this last week. You were begging me to watch Blink Twice. Channing Tatum is in it. He produced it with produced it with Zoe Kravitz. Mm-hmm. They are together, and it was a very hyped up movie.
Hyped up?
Thriller. No, I don't mean overhyped. Okay. Like everyone was raving about it. So I knew, and I promised last week, like, okay, I'll watch it. What is with these streaming services now? They release shit and we think it's out, and I had to pay, and it's like you can either pay $20 to rent it or $24.99 to buy it. I'm like, if I'm gonna spend $20 to rent that shit, I'm gonna own it because I'm not spending $20 for 2 days.
Oh, girl, I gotta give you the sites.
I bought it.
I watch stuff for free.
Yeah, yeah, but I have to figure out how you like project shit. Like, I don't know.
I mirror it. Do you have an Apple TV? Or like a smart TV, you can just mirror it.
Okay.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Okay, from your phone
or a computer. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
don't ever buy anything again.
Yeah.
Text me.
I know you were sleeping, and I was like, bitch, or whatever it was. You got back to me later because it was late at night. I was like, bitch, this shit is $20.
Okay, I need to know what do you think. Is it? I know it's sick, so I may be too sick for you.
No,
but
it was
so
not
good.
Too sick. Okay. It was a good thriller. Mm-hmm. I think artistically it was stunning, but for me, I knew the entire time from the movie started what was going on.
You already knew?
It was so easy.
I didn't assume that.
I wasn't in any way shocked. So it just played out what I thought in my head the whole time. So I was like, okay, where's the big thing that's going to fuck me up in my head? But I was like, I knew. I was like,
did you?
And spoiler alert, I'm not going to fully say, but like, I was like, they're definitely being drugged and they don't know what's going on. And so I was thinking too, because they were like doing, they were giving them those drugs and stuff. So like, okay, whether it came from,
well, now we know how,
where it came from, what kind of drug or what kind of substance. I knew it was something that they weren't remembering. Like all the clues were there early. It was eerie. You could feel that it wasn't like they weren't there and they were like so happy and then like weird shit was happening. I was like, no, they're definitely being
See, I never put that together because with the whole like snake stuff, I thought it was supernatural. So I was thinking like, is it the island? Or like, so I was thinking like something different. I didn't think it was going to, when I saw what it was, I was like, wow, that's way simpler than I thought.
If it blew my mind like that, I would have been raving about it because the movie's really well done. Channing Tatum looked like a snack. I loved all of the actors in it, actresses, I love the ending too. Mostly, I love the girl power. My favorite scene was when they played Beyonce Lemonade and the two girls were like standing up to go in and like, I was like, bitch, that's so boss. But I and Trey, we both guessed. We both knew. I was like, I was like, this some Diddy shit. I said it from the beginning.
Oh, see. And I was thinking like maybe because right when it came out, I was like quick to watch it. So like if it was out for a bit and I was like here, like maybe I would have put some stuff together. But I was so excited. And then I was like, at first I was like dragging. Yeah. What's going on? What's the supernatural thing? Are snakes biting and drugging? Like what's going on? And then when I finally like unleashed, I was like, wow, sick. I love it. And her mind is sick.
Yeah. No, it was sick. It was really good. I just knew, so it didn't.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
There was no reveal for me. Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay. But I think that if I had your experience and I didn't know, and I wish I didn't know, it would be different. But it felt like such an abusive power thing. And in the beginning, they say that like he had been in trouble for doing some shit like that, like already. Remember how he had the scandal and like he was kind of canceled?
See, I didn't put anything
so I
together.
was like, oh, so he didn't stop, and this is the shit that's happening, and so but I didn't realize too that like he was also doing that to himself to forget certain things. So there was that element to it. Well done, well produced. Beautifully, like the artistic, like it was beautiful,
very Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, like the film was like very well done and directed, and the scenes were shot beautifully and creatively. Like in that sense, gorgeous film. But the plot, I was like, fuck, I knew it.
Damn it.
I was like, so I wasn't shocked.
That's why I loved it, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I would have felt how you felt if I would have guessed.
I would not say it's a low quality film by any means. I think, if people want to see it, it's a good watch. Like everybody loves a thriller, and, Channing Tatum. And it was great acting, absolutely great. And it's a big theme that's really like sad, like this abusive power thing that's like really relevant.
Did it have trigger warnings? Because I feel like I didn't see that, so that's why also maybe why I never thought to
there
think that
was
stuff.
A trigger warning.
There was because I'm like, because then I feel like maybe I would have thought that.
There was a big trigger warning in the beginning, and it says all the things.
I must have missed it. Okay,
maybe that's what I think. Actually, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I think that could have been like I saw that it went right into his scandal, and I was like, oh, where's the mystery?
I must be getting my popcorn then, because I watched that in
the movies. Yeah, so there's that.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes when they're trigger, I'm like, I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
Yeah, but I know why they do it too. Like, I get the importance of it.
No, they do it for legal reasons.
Oh, is it legal? Oh, I think I think about sensitive people.
Of course they care about sensitive people.
Because, we are a sensitive country.
But they got to do it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
They got to.
Okay.
So, yeah. But
all right, so now you got to watch Terrifier 3.
Okay, was it good?
It's sick.
Okay.
So good.
All right.
It's like comedy sick.
Okay. All right.
Have you watched any of them?
No.
Oh, you might watch the first one, like, way in hell, I'm watching the third. But story time really quick. So I went to see the Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
And I was in the bathroom when the movie ended. And there was a lot of kids watching this, which I was surprised because it's so, like, gruesome.
Yeah.
And, like, very scary. And I got out of the stall, and I didn't realize the door would just slam shut behind me. So, like, I get to the sink, and then it just slams, and the girl next to me jumps to, like, and I was like, And she was a little, and I was like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, she must have just watched the same.
Yeah, that's really funny. I know. Some movies, like, I'm like, I can't. I'm not, like, if I know I'm going to, like, sleep alone that night, no. We're not watching, like, certain movies. Like, even certain books will do that to me. Like,
No, I get
need
like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Okay. So now we also need to talk about
our Facebook groups.
Yeah. So Amanda and I, because we are on this journey into our book world, we tried to get more immersed, like, in the social media community, like the bookish community online. And we've joined all of and Amanda's added me to a bunch too, so I partly blame you. But there's so many big Facebook groups that talk about books and what they're reading. And a lot of them are like, you know, a thriller book group or romance book group or fantasy, and just in general, just book groups. Like, they're by genre or they're just like popular reads. And these groups have tens of thousands of people in them. And let's talk about the good for a second. I was
ready to dive into the bad. There's some weirdos out there.
I've inspired, like, they have inspired a lot of reads. I always screenshot when people are like, oh my God, I just read this. And sometimes, but a lot of times, like, it's something maybe I wouldn't have looked at, or, you know, people will have like unpopular opinions. And I'm like, yes, finally, I feel the same way. Like, that's too hyped. Like, those chats are so welcome, and they're why we join these groups. But then there's the other side of these groups.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so I sent Elina the other day. So there was this girl that posted into one of our groups. I don't remember which one, but I feel like it's a group I need to leave.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't judge me. And mind you, she's not anonymous. She's public.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm looking for books where, like, people and animals, you know.
She posted a photo.
Oh, yes, a photo of, like,
this,
like,
beast.
A beast and a woman,
and he was doing things to her, and she said, I'm looking for this vibe. This is the problem. These groups get so, like, they act like they're such a safe space, and they're like, no judging. I want this and that. I want, you know, wife cheated on husband. I'm happily married though. Like, those, okay, whatever.
Yes.
But some people really are putting their big ass embarrassing, insane,
and you can
fantasies online. You can go anonymous. And I just want to tell people, like, bestiality, like, she's like, this is the kind of stuff I want. These people are literally posting this to tens of thousands of people. But do the people in these Facebook groups know that when they comment in these groups publicly, that all of the people on their friends lists, their parents, their family, their friends, can see it on their timelines as they're scrolling what they're posting in these groups. You're not, like, in a private group that's like hidden from America. Like, everybody that you have on Facebook, like, if I literally like something in a group, it will come up on your timeline. The fact that, like, these people are commenting these things, what is going on in the book world?
And listen, we don't judge. Like, I'm very, like, don't get me wrong, I love, like, vampire and, like, whatever. But also, now I'm nosy. Now I'm clicking on your profile. I'm looking at your family.
You got a beast going down on a naked ass woman, and you're like, I'm looking for something like this. That's fucking crazy.
Or there'll be people that are commenting, I'm like, I'm so mad because it didn't get more, like, explicit and more. And I'm like, girl, like, the author probably was trying to not cross that line, but, like, what? Write your own book.
It's really crazy how these go down such a, like, and we're just, you know, high level talk. We have seen some shit, and we'll send it to each other. And I also think that doesn't help our algorithm, because we're, like, appalled and we'll send it to each other. But I think then it starts to feed us more of that shit, because, like,
I get all the sick stuff.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, these people are super unwell. Like, yeah, this is a safe space, but it's not that safe. And it's just like, tell your friend about it. You know, tell somebody in your life. Don't publish
Google
this shit online.
Go on Goodreads.
Yeah, go exactly. Look it up in the privacy of your own home. Like, what are you doing?
And another thing I want to mention is I'm so sick of the same books being mentioned.
Yeah.
Frida McFadden, this book, ACOTAR, like, it's always like the same stuff, Fourth Way. Like, we love those series. We love those books. We love some Frida. But I'm sick. Like, I want something new to read. I don't want to freaking see.
You don't have
the
to recommend
12 times.
You don't have to recommend the book that everybody knows about.
Yeah, or, like, search the group chat and type in the book, and you'll see a million posts. Don't go post another one, because now I'm just like, ugh.
No,
It's annoying.
yeah, no, I know. And also, like, these people can be really, really harsh in these groups. Like,
Leave Colleen alone.
nothing pleases
Yep.
anybody. Like, we were talking about the housemaid casting, and everybody's like, nobody is happy with anything that happens in the book world. And I'm like, you guys need to calm down. Like,
Miserable.
it's really crazy. It's getting insane.
It ends with us. People were saying it was awful. It was nothing like the book. And I'm like,
what the fuck could you want?
Up.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
Like, it was a beautiful film. I'm actually tired of hearing people say they didn't like It Ends With Us. Like, it was a great movie.
And honestly, I think it's great because even if, say, like, for example, Twilight, loved the books, didn't care for the movies, but I watched them, and it also brought light to the books.
Yeah.
So if you thought the movie was okay, read the book. It's amazing.
And it's like you have, like, a connection with that book. So, like, you know, the first Twilight movie, if you watch it now, you think it's literally a parody film because it's so bad. But it's like has my heart still because it's like those books that I used to line up like at midnight when it came out in theaters to go see it. And it has like, you know, it's you're connected to it. So it's just like these books are crazy. If you guys want a real book group that's not going to be fucking weird and crazy, and we won't judge you, but we also won't talk about anything like what we've discussed today.
I don't read that sick stuff.
Join Book Please Booklets on Facebook, and we promise we'll keep it cute and classy, honeys.
Yes. We recommend books. We don't mind you.
We share book memes.
Honestly, like I love the memes. I'm here for those.
Like,
I love those.
You're killing it with those book memes. Like, let's grow a group that's not sick in the fucking head, and you know, call it a day. Because I'm really feeling like I don't belong in these groups, and it's really scary.
One girl the other day was like, "I have a Kindle problem. I have like 4, and every time a new one comes out, I need another." I'm like, "What is wrong with
Some
you?"
people,
what is wrong?
Yes, what is going on with those people? Some people have like I'm pretty sure I saw somebody who had like 10, and she's like, yeah, I have one for like, it's like she had one for each genre, one for traveling, one for her that her kid can use. I'm like, can you get a grip? Like, please.
Too much.
And like asking people for like parenting advice, like, can my kid read this book? Like, look it up, bitch. Like, how are you going to trust like a stranger on the internet to be like, yes, this smut and this is okay?
But they do entertain me, I will say.
Oh, they are a time. We definitely screenshot and send, and that's why you shouldn't put your shit on the internet because we're sharing it.
Oh yeah, we're talking about
we're
it.
Talking
when you
about
trash talk Colleen Hoover, we go in on you.
Yeah. Yes, love you, Colleen. Okay, let's get into our book this week. Okay, we are reading one of your favorite book, Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. We started with chapters 1 through 7.
So I am rereading it. Obviously, I'm not going to give predictions or tell you anything, but I would say from rereading it, I feel like it's moving slower in the beginning because I know the ending. So I'm like, hurry up, let's get to the parts that I want.
Yeah.
So I guess, I'm more interested in how you are thinking. What do you think about it so far?
Okay. So well written. I am loving it. I am hooked. I was reading it last night and I stayed up till 1 a.m. like because I just wanted to keep going and see what was happening.
I read it in one sitting.
Yeah, no, it's one of those for sure. It's a thriller book, of course, because our Mandy girl loves it so much. And I think it's a very well done thriller. I will say, when I first started reading Little Secrets, I was like, oh my God, this subject is torture.
It's hard, yeah.
It was really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that I'm going to be reading an entire book about a mother who lost her child in a mall and like is fully blaming herself, and he just like let go of her hand for 1 second so she could just like text her husband back where they were at, and it's Christmas time and the mall is crazy, and like he's gone and he's 4. And I was sitting there and I was like, I love Amanda, but I don't know if I'm mentally okay, because I was so, and the writing was stunning. And I was like, I was so anxious reading it. I was like, fuck, like audibly, I was like, I have to put this down because it pulled at my heartstrings in not a good way. Like it made me feel sick. Like it is such a big fear, and the fact that like also you fully can blame yourself in that situation. It's not like something like she ends up in that, you know, in a support group with other people whose children have gone missing, but it's like, oh, he was at a party and then he never came. And those things I feel like are easier not to fully torture your own self about it. But like the fact that like she was with him and lost him, like I was having a really hard time moving past that. So I put it down. I put it down that first night. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to pick it back up because I have to. You know what it was? It was just I had to process that this is what I was going into reading. And I guess I was just having like a moment that night. It was really like, it struck me and it was hard.
Yeah. So one of the things I love about this book is, other thrillers that we read, it's a woman gets killed or like, it's whereas this is like, I know I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, and I'm like
Yeah.
hopeful because it's a kid. Like, I hope it's a great
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
So it's different than what we normally read, and I think that's why it's
Yes.
one of my favorites because it's so realistic. Like
It's
even
refreshing.
with her and her husband, like any person that loses a kid, whether they pass or they go missing. Parents blame each other.
Yes.
There is that separation.
Yes.
That's normal. So just reading that, I'm like, oh my God, her husband's going to blame her too.
Yes.
Like, it's just,
as soon as that happened, I knew. I was like, he's going to fucking blame her. He's a loser. And I absolutely hate him. And I hate him even more as I've read more. But I will say, after I got through that initial, like, fuck, okay, this is what we're reading. Then I was like, it was really good. It, like you said, it's very different. It's not like one of those cliche thrillers. Oh, there's a murder. Oh, this, oh, that. Like, it's unpredictable. I was very like intrigued by the little things with like the private investigator. And then when she said like, oh, but my husband doesn't know that I have one. And then I was like, ooh. And then it got really serious because he's cheating. I liked the support group. I'm really into it. And I like that they kind of did a fast forward so we didn't have to sit in her pain like in the first initial.
It's like her moving
like they were like,
on-ish.
okay, this next year she's still sulking. And yes, we are still like there. But that scene gave me anxiety where she was like, oh, I let go of his hand. Then I picked him back up. Oh, he's grabbing my leg. And then this and then this. And then I'm like sitting there waiting. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. There's going to be a point where he's not going to be there. So it was just too much anxiety built up. But then once it started going, I'm like, locked in. I need to know what happens. But I will say this: if there's not a happy ending, I'm not giving it 5 stars because the only way you can do this in a book is if we find the son.
I cried like a baby at the end, and I'm not gonna tell you if it was happy or sad tears, but I cried. Like I remember finishing it, and I was just like, wow. Like I cried in the beginning when her child went missing. I cried learning that her husband is cheating on her. Like he should be there
what
for
a
her.
Fucking piece of
like
shit.
I was bawling because it's like she's not. You make her feel like she's going through this alone.
Yes.
You won't even go to the support groups with her.
You're cheating with a fucking 24-year-old student. Like.
And then, of course, like you can't be distracted by work because you kind of run the place, so you don't have to be there.
Yeah.
And then you lost your kid, so you're like, so what are you gonna do? Obsess over the new mistress? Why not? You're gonna go see what she looks like.
I love that she went there and like saw her. I love that she used the app to look at the text. I'm like, you saucy queen.
Yeah,
like,
I was here for
it. Yes. Even like the little descriptions, like she's a stylist and like how she was talking about like this is something she can control and how it went through like how she's doing the one client's hair and like she's like, and I know when I put this toner, this is gonna like the writing was just clever and good, and I really enjoyed it. So I will make a prediction.
Oh, okay.
Definitely believe that the kidnapper is somebody that she knows for sure, because I think that she's confident she knows her kid, that he was well taught to like not wander with strangers, this and that. He had the exact lollipop that he liked, so it had to be somebody close to them to know like this is what my kid wants, and the person is in a disguise. I right now am suspecting the husband.
Damn, trying to give it to her and stay with the mistress.
Like
the way he's acting is super. I could see that. Like telling.
I'm like he is sus. And I'm feeling right now that it's a husband that's probably like too obvious. But I mean, it could even be like, I think her name is Sadie in the salon. I don't know.
Sadie's trying to take over the salon?
I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not. But I just think it's somebody in their life who took the kid intentionally. I don't think it was like a random ass person that just saw a kid wandering. That I feel for sure. And I do think in the end, she will have her baby back. And
you think he'll be alive?
Maybe this will be hopeful. Yeah.
Okay. I won't tell you, obviously.
Bitch, I will be so pissed off at you if he's not alive.
But this book has really taught me that
men don't give a fuck about nobody.
Well, no, like kids like are so impressionable and like, like I never understand kids that are just so put there like being nice to a stranger like that thing. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like after reading that book, I was just like, oh my God, I fucking like.
Now you're like so nervous,
I don't fucking
paranoid
trust
about your own
Santa
kid.
Claus. Like,
yeah,
you dress up as Santa Claus. I think you're the biggest threat.
It's so hard. I know, and that's really tough because she said that too. She's like, but it's Santa, so like, of course, he's taught to love Santa, to be excited about Santa.
Yeah.
So that's also really scary. I know, and.
So all I'm hearing is that I should not let my kids think Santa's real, the Easter Bunny's real.
All I'm hearing is that my kid ain't leaving the damn house till never.
I'm excited for you to keep reading though.
Me too. I am very much enjoying it. I'm excited to be on this journey. I love that it's a book that you love. Next week we'll be reading chapters 8 through 14, and let's see what else we find out.
If you're watching on YouTube,
we always do
this all the time.
Every time it's like game time. Let's do the socials. You're like, I
can't be serious.
I don't know what's happening. I know the fact that we are serious, like we can be serious during this, because like when you're with your best friend, like you just are gonna laugh and this and that. The fact that we get through episodes each week is crazy. Like how? Okay,
listen,
let's do it.
We got to push through for our listeners.
Yes, roll it back and get those socials.
If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe.
Yes.
And if you have social media, which I know you do, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Book Please Podcast. Sorry, guys. I'm
yes,
today.
And go check out our Facebook group, Book Please Book Lots. Bye.